Hu Tao, my beloved, look at this. Isn't it amazing? I don't care if you like Genshin Impact or not, but if you see this commercial, isn't it magical? Doesn't it remind you of how this day used to be? And the sad thing is that in the West, they do have the money and resources to do this, but they refuse. Because the way the Western market is trying to sell things based on outrage. I have said this in many of my videos that the correct way to do marketing here in the West, which is what all those plump ladies from the HR offices are telling people to do, is to insult the fans, is to mock, belittle, gaslight, act like an abuser corporation towards its customers, and that's how you sell the product. You do a little bit of race swapping, of gender swapping, while taking an IP that already exists, adding very little creativity, and then when the fans call you out, you insult them, you mock them, you belittle them, and you use the culture war in order to cause controversy and generate buzz. There is no more need to create something beautiful. There is no more need to advertise a product that people want to see. You just want to sell on outrage. You know, it's like the Little Mermaid. Okay, let's take something that has already been created, something that already exists, so we don't even have to hire competent writers to create a believable universe. And then we just race swap the main character. And when people complain, we call them racists. Because the morality is you want to stick it to the races, give money to the mouse. Haha. Give money to the trillion-dollar corporation so that they can fight racismus by becoming rich. That is what the West is doing. And of course, then you add the actress herself, throwing herself into the conversation and saying, yes, 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 people who don't want to see my movie, people who don't want to make me feel, you're all racist, you're all racist. And that's pretty much how the West does it nowadays. There is no more magic, there is no more beauty. And then you also have companies that put the most ugly, the most unappealing character design that they can think of. Like, they probably spend money in trying to get something that ugly and unappealing. And then you have the controversy. It's like, well, beauty is subjective, you see. You're just incapable of understanding, like, your body is wrong. Thousands of years of evolution and your little brain just doesn't understand what beauty is. Notice how no one is going to say that this commercial is ugly. You know, there might be people who don't like Genshin Impact. There might be people who look at this and think that it's childish or whatever. But no one is going to say that, well, this commercial is unesthetically pleasing. Why is that? Why is that? Beauty is subjective, surely. Surely if you go online, you're going to see millions of people that do not find this pleasing at all. But where are they? Where are they? It's interesting, isn't it? Because they know that it's a controversy that's made up. Yes, like their characters are made on purpose to be ugly so that it sparks the controversy. Because this is what it does, you know, you create something that is obviously unappealing, but due to ideological reasons it's being pushed, you have the culture war, and then the thing becomes trending. Like Skullgirls, for instance. No one would talk about a 10-year-old game, no one would get it trending, no one would talk about it if it wasn't for the controversy that they themselves inflicted. Now, luckily, a lot of these things stopped working. A lot of people are realizing what is going on, and they are taking my motto that they can stay disinterested longer than these corporations can stay solvent. And yes, it also has to do a lot with investors. Like, investors actually want to invest in companies that embarrass themselves, that are abusive towards their customers. The ESG investors are sponsoring abuse. But there is a limit to it. There is a time when people are going to say enough is enough. There is no reason for me to spend my money on this. They are finding other hobbies, other means of entertainment. And this is why, for instance, the latest Indiana Jones movie ended up failing. People are tired and sick of this shit. Like, there is no reason to spend so much cash on something that you know is not going to entertain you. You cannot fight racism by giving money to trillion-dollar corporations. You cannot fight racism by helping people become rich. That is not how it works. And these movies, you know, they may be like, oh, well, we're going to change society, we're going to do this and that. No, you're not. You're not. You're just going to ruin entertainment. And again, I'm looking at this commercial, and I find it absolutely sad that the West isn't doing similar things. They don't have to copy this. But, like, what is the magic? What is the enthusiasm that existed 10 years ago? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will find you in the comment section. Take care.